The new president of the United States is Donald Trump. In a landslide victory, Trump became the new designated president. After a short time, it was evident that it wouldn't be a close result, because the former 45th president was able to secure the lead over his competitor Kamala Harris and will thus also become the new 47th president. Harris and her team failed to convince people of themselves. It is also surprising that many voter groups that would be more likely located in the Democratic camp still voted for Trump. But maybe the USA is simply not ready for a female president. Shortly after his election victory, Trump announced the first personnel details of his soon-to-come new government as well as comprehensive reforms. Some experts were appalled by the designated ministers, who actually have little qualifications for their offices. But not only in terms of personnel issues, but also in other areas, people are now looking to America with concern. First and foremost, of course, are the wars in Ukraine and Gaza, but Europe is also looking forward to the new term of office, which will begin on January 20, 2025, with skepticism and concern. On this day, the baton is traditionally handed over, which is now likely to be more than bitter for the current incumbent Joe Biden. It is not only the USA that is being looked at with concern these days, but also in Germany the government, the so-called traffic light coalition, has collapsed. Disagreement on various issues had led to German Chancellor Olaf Scholz removing Minister Christian Lindner from his service. Lindner had repeatedly acted only selfishly instead of thinking about the good of the country, Scholz said. The break in the traffic light did not come from anywhere, but had been announced in recent months. The smoldering quarrels have now culminated with the dismissal of Christian Lindner on the question of the debt break. This has also cleared the way for new elections in Germany. Although a final date has not yet been set, the federal president will dissolve the Bundestag and the vote of confidence in Olaf Scholz is expected in December. This would clear the way for new elections at the end of February. The case is further explosive due to a recently published document that reveals that the FDP has probably been sabotaging the government for some time and worked on a targeted break. This does not exactly contribute to stability in Europe, also because the new parliament in France is already weakening again due to Barnier's resignation. A sign of the future. There are also news from the Saturn mission, more precisely, from Christopher's landing on Titan. Now that the expedition has been there for about 2 months, the first informations are received on Earth. The astronauts around Sean Christopher apparently found the entrance to underground tunnels. This itself might not be remarkable, but the reports of which we have become aware, indicate that they were artificially created. This, of course, fueled wild speculation. Are we perhaps no longer alone in space? Maybe are there even aliens who live on Titan? Scientists, however, take a more pragmatic view. The shafts may look artificial, but no one knows the exact weather conditions on Titan. It is therefore possible that these cave-like tunnels are of natural origin and not artificial. The existing pictures also do not show any supporting structures made of wood or similar materials. In the very best case, a native creature is responsible, says the community of skeptics. Even if this is also highly unlikely. After all, there are no signs of life on Titan and the expedition has not found anything so far. Perhaps we will know more when the astronauts return to Earth. Christopher has only limited supplies for himself and his crew, and self-sufficiency on the surface is unlikely for long-term supply. The plan is to spend another 4 months on the surface before returning to Earth. Maybe we'll know more by then.